Hi, this is the Pierce family, and this is Veritas Videos. So I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but the other day I was kind of in work mode. I was sitting at home doing a lot of stuff with social media, trying to reach out to all the youth group members, the parents, keep in touch with the young adults. And I got so deep into what my wife calls my work mindset to where I missed something big that happened with my family. Emmanuel is learning how to crawl, and I was working so deeply and so invested into my laptop that I actually missed one of the first times that he crawled. And looking back on that, that's something that I really regret. That's something that, looking back on this time where we're at home with our families, I'm going to say, did I spend my time the right way? Did I spend 100% of my time doing the things that will stay with me for the rest of my life? And that's kind of what this reflection is about. Throughout church history, there's been a lot of saints who have talked about the importance of finding a good balance of work and play. So Saint Ignatius of Loyola actually has a well-documented argument with one of his colleagues, and he actually reprimands him, saying that he's been working too hard for too many days in a row, and that he needs to sit down, put his feet up, have a glass of wine, and relax. St. John Bosco is the patron saint of breweries, and that obviously means that he took some time to himself. He had a couple brews and he enjoyed a few seconds of his life. And Pope St. John Paul II loved to ski. The only reason that he stopped skiing was because he broke his hip. These are some pretty major saints who we see throughout church history talking about how we have to find the balance between work, which is obviously important. Most of us are at home, and thank God that some of us have the opportunity to work from home. But if we're so 100% invested into that work, what are we missing? If we're not working from home and we're focused on getting all the chores that we can do done, making sure that the house looks great, making sure that the outside of the house looks presentable, what are we missing? And if we are students and we're investing 100% of our time into our studies online because there's really nothing else to do, what are we missing? I think that the Lord is telling us in this time to sit back a little bit, to, yes, get all of the work done that we need to do, to make sure that everything, all of the boxes are checked, but also to spend time with those that we love the most. We're not going to get this time back. That's something that I keep telling myself, and something that Bonnie told me in a conversation that she just had with her grandparents about how back in the day they didn't get this time. And how lucky I am as a dad to be able to spend all of this time with Emmanuel. And those of us who are at home with our families, when are you going to get this kind of time? When are you going to have a month and a half to be able to sit down and play board games or watch movies together? Or, hey, just talk or pray. And if you don't have a lot of family around you right now, but you have family who has phones, give them a call. Write somebody, a nice message. Probably don't send a letter because, social distancing and touching paper and all of that stuff. But I want us to really kind of reflect today on who we can reach out to, who we haven't talked to in a while. Who's that one person in your family who you could give a phone call to? Or, have I spent a lot of time with my mom? Have I spent a lot of time with my brother or sister? And really cherish that time, because just like the saints talked about, and just like we're starting to realize now, is we have a lot of free time on our hands. And when this is all over and when we're back to the normal craziness and we look back on this, are we going to say, hey, I did the best with what time I had? Or we're going to be too invested into our work mindset? And that's really a choice that we have to make.
Is that your daddy?
Hi, Papa.
You play with Jesus?